I mean, I think that the way that I want to play and the way I play naturally is how this team plays. One of the reasons why I love playing for this team. I thought it looked really good at times tonight and creating so many chances, and I think that hopefully I can seamlessly get right back in there.
We've had a lot of celebrations over the last week or so here. What's
Yeah.
special about the one here, or unique, I guess, as compared to the other ones you've had?
It's home. This is home. We went straight from the game into the locker room. That was amazing. Straight from there to our after party with friends and family, and then straight to LA, which was incredible. Home for less than 24 hours, straight to New York, which was just absolutely amazing. Like, I was just stunned, but there's nothing like coming back home and playing in front of my home crowd in the club that I love to play for. This club means so much to me. So this was really special to be able to do this tonight and to be able to come home and sort of, I guess, celebrate with the people who are here, for me day in and day out, and in the place that I actually live.
Sure, I'm sure you pictured winning the World Cup plenty of times.
Yeah.
Did you imagine the sort of the fallout here, sort of all the celebration and everything else? Did you ever picture that, or has this lived up to that?
You can picture it, and you kind of know that it's going to be like that. We sort of knew that if we won, it would be a little bit of mayhem, and just going through the tournament and having the amount of fans that we did. It was a home game every time. You can sort of logically see it, but feeling it is something totally different. Driving, I don't know if anybody knows much about New York. I don't know much, but I know that the West Side Highway is very busy, and they don't shut that down for anyone. And having that completely shut down as our bus is rolling in, and obviously the ticker tape parade, putting it on in 5 days. We've just been, awestruck by people's enthusiasm and support and just sheer excitement for this team. And it's really, amazing to see that. I mean, you can play in front of 50,000 fans, and that's incredible, but the amount that the whole country got behind this is really special. And it felt like a home game, but coming home is something different, and it's just been really special.
Favorite on-field tournament memory?
Gosh, that's tough.
Top three.
Final whistle, really. Final whistle on the podium, having that moment. That's amazing, to see and be there with Abby and Piercy holding that, Chrissy Rampone holding that trophy up. That was the best.
Favorite off-field tournament memory?
Our after party. Not just for the party part, but, yes, it's us on the field, and outside of that, it's our staff, and our coaching staff. And then it's all of our friends and family and our loved ones. And we sacrifice a lot. We're gone all the time, but that means we're away from them. And they have to sacrifice so much, and they're so invested. And there were so many of them that were there for us, throughout the whole tournament, and people popping into different games. And it was just a chance really for us to let loose and really celebrate with them and appreciate how much they've done for us. So that was my moment, and it was as intimate as 400 or 500 people can be, but a very intimate sort of party where you're you travel around with these women for years and years and years, and you get to know their family and their husbands and their wives and their kids and extended family, and that's just really special to be able to share that with them.
Best birthday present ever?
Best birthday. It's forever. This is like, birthdays now are going to be sort of substandard.
Can you take us through the low corner on the first one? The choice to send it in and drive it like that to squeeze for Carly?
It was on the line that I wanted to. It was just much lower than I had initially anticipated. So I wish I could say that I totally meant that. But I feel like I've done that enough times in my career, said that I've not meant it to, maybe my body just takes over. But that was kind of a set play, sort of clear out for Carly on that one and try to get her in that way.
Carly said afterward that she was going to sort of, at some point, take a couple days to herself and sort of process what happened. You been able to do that at all yet, or do you plan on taking a little bit of time and allowing everything to kind of set in here?
I don't I don't think there's time to be taken, to be honest. You know, it's busy, and that's a good thing. And we have to come back and play in the league as well. I think actually that will be, you know, the rest in a way, and just kind of get back to what we're used to. You know, all of the media tour and the shows and the parade and everything, that's draining in a whole different way. I think that playing the games and being able to be back in the rhythm of training and playing games will be almost more restful than what we're doing now.
Have the first 16 minutes of that game last Sunday sunk into you yet on how you guys handled that?
No, I mean, that was insane. That's the craziest 16 minutes of a World Cup ever. It almost happened so fast, and it was so surreal that it is, in a way, you know, playing through, it's almost like, okay, maybe it's 1-0 or 2-0 or something. I think that the way that it happened sort of allowed us to really stay focused. But I did have a moment in halftime, because I think once that happened, it was like, okay, we've got to play the rest of this game, you know, and okay, we need to keep focused and keep going and keep driving at them. And I just kind of had a moment to myself at halftime. I'm like, we're winning. We're absolutely winning. There's no way they're going to put 4 on us.
You weren't playing here in Seattle, but you were playing in Vancouver. Did it feel like you had kind of a home field advantage?
Oh, absolutely. And to be honest, every game that we had was just packed full with American fans, and just on the streets and everywhere. That was so special to us. We love our fans. You know, I think that we've proved we are the best fans in the world. And to show up into a stadium and you're just about to walk out, it's not your home country, and, you know, chants of USA and all of that, you know, you could kind of look over at the other teams and just kind of have that one up on them.
When you were on the YouTube feed in the second half, and the commentator looked across and saw it full, how did that look?
It looks nice. Looks how it's supposed to look. You know, and that's something amazing that this World Cup can do, and to propel this league. You know, we had a great team last year. We have a great team again this year, and I think it's just a matter of people knowing about it. So if they don't know about it now, then I don't know, they've been living under a rock or something. So hopefully people will still show up and come out, and we have, you know, a brilliant product here on the field, and it's a fun environment. So hopefully people keep showing up.
Do you know if Abby's gonna play? I haven't heard, so I don't know. Did she come back?
I'm with you. I don't know if she will. I'm trying with all my might to get her to come. I think it'd be brilliant, but I don't know. It's been a long road for her, and I think she's going to take, you know, a little bit of time, a few days after this World Cup, and then kind of decide what she wants to do.
I think she'll miss it.
I think so too. Wouldn't you want to play in front of these fans on this team? That's what I'm telling her.
Her
I know.
body.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
What was the toughest game of the tournament? Is it sitting out the China game? Was it the Germany game? Was it the final?
Toughest game. It sucks sitting out, but I think right from the beginning, Cheney and I both were kind of at ease. I think we were quite calm up there. We always felt that they were, you know, going to put one in. It took a little while, but I don't know. Each game kind of presented something different. The group stage was a little bit harder in ways. I feel like we were just trying to find our rhythm, but I think once we got into the knockout round, we just had so much confidence and felt like it was going to be pretty tough to beat us.
25 million viewers, that's Super Bowl level.
Yeah.
If you had 10 more seconds with all 25 million of them, what would you say?
Keep watching. Keep watching. I think that, you know, this team has been doing that kind of thing and winning and being fun to watch for a long time, and I think people saw that. We're winners as well, and Americans love winners. So keep tuning in. We have 10 more games coming up this year. Don't know exactly when they are, but it'll be a fun and exciting environment, obviously, with the Victory Tour. So keep watching. I think that, you know, it's pretty amazing to see that many people show up for a soccer game.
And if you're within drive time of Menlo USL team?
Yeah, go, go.
So you made a big, bold personal statement before the tournament started on Fox with their little personal story about you coming out. Was that hard to figure out, or just something you knew was going to happen? What was the process behind making that decision?
No, I actually came out before the Olympics 4 years ago, so in 2012, and that was, it was not a hard decision, actually. It was something that just felt natural. I've started to feel more weird that I wasn't. And then the piece that Fox did, which I thought was beautiful, they did such a great job on it, was, they did them on a lot of different players and just try to get a little bit, you can do behind the scenes, but then there's, sometimes that always looks the same as well. And I thought they did a good job of really getting at the heart of what makes, these players tick and how we're, how we are when we're off the field and sort of what that means to our personalities on the field. And I loved that piece. I thought that it was really special.
It was a public service, don't you think? For kids
I hope so.
especially?
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. That's something that I'm proud of to talk about, and proud of that. People come up to me all the time and say just by me being who I am gives them courage to do the same. Thank you.
Along the same lines, being a role model for all the screaming kids out here in the end zone here.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
I mean, it's great, to be honest. Just because you're a professional athlete doesn't mean you have to be a role model. And that's not necessarily for everyone to, want to be on the platform all the time. And sometimes people aren't comfortable with that. But I feel like for me, I feel lucky to have that platform. And I know that growing up, it would have been amazing to have more, especially out athletes, and people that you can look to for inspiration or just to find someone that's like you. And I really enjoy that aspect of it. I mean, I love playing football, and I'm a footballer by trade, but there's much more to me and much more to my personality, and so much I'm passionate about, and I love that football has given me the opportunity to have such a huge platform to do good, and kids are just so cute.
There's a funny thing you just said. You call it football, and Allie the other night on television called it football too. You guys making them like conscious?
I go back and forth. It's both. It's both, yeah. I'm not trying to say it's never soccer, because that's what it is here. Yeah, it's both.
Any final questions? Okay.
So Seattle resident for all the little girls out there and some of the big kids
Mm-hmm.
who have the two-star jersey.
Can you recommend a good embroidery shop?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I feel like all the merchandisers are behind the ball a little bit. They need to start rolling those out.